Hey guys, in today's video it'll be another tropical update. We're going to be talking about Invest 95L in the Atlantic, which is most likely not going to form now because it has already gone over the warm waters of the Gulf Stream, the brief time period, and now it's back over the colder waters and it'll probably dissipate quite soon. It says that the low is moving slowly eastward just north of the warm waters of the Gulf Stream, and tropical or subtropical development will remain unlikely if the system remains over unfavorable ocean conditions. The system is expected to weaken as it moves over even colder waters late today and on Tuesday. So I guess they're like, okay, I guess there is a chance that maybe it will go back over the warm waters of the Gulf Stream, but probably won't. So honestly, this will most likely die out pretty soon. And again, we're going to probably have to wait until the final few days of June into early July, first week or so of July, for actual tropical development again, because we have to wait for that Kelvin wave to move into the Atlantic, which right now it's over the central eastern Pacific, so it still has a few days to go before it's over the Gulf, Caribbean, and Atlantic. So really today's video honestly is more on the Pacific systems. You can see this is the general area the Atlantic system will potentially develop in, but it really most likely won't. So that's that. The Pacific systems are our main focus today. I'm not going to show you the model guidance really on Invest 95L in the Atlantic because at this point it's really not needed since it's going to dissipate very soon. All right, so we have our three disturbances in the Eastern Pacific. Here's disturbance 1. It says a broad area of low pressure located more than 1,000 miles southwest of the southern tip of the Baja California Peninsula. Continues to produce disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions are expected to be conducive for gradual development, and the system could become a tropical depression during the next few days while it moves generally westward. It has a 40% chance of forming within the next 2 days, 60% chance of forming within the next 5 days. So it looks like this system will form eventually. We'll just have to give it another couple days, another 2, maybe 3 days for it to form. Here's disturbance 2. Showers and thunderstorms associated with a broad area of low pressure located several hundred miles south of the southern tip of the Baja California Peninsula are showing some signs of organization. Environmental conditions are forecast to be conducive for gradual additional development, and a tropical depression could form during the next 2 to 3 days while the disturbance moves westward away from the coast of Mexico. After that time, cooler waters are likely to inhibit further development. So, again, both these systems will most likely be able to form within the next 2 to 3 days. Though between the two, this system really looks like it will have the best time forming into a stronger system than this one. This one, I think, at most will be a tropical storm of some either maybe a moderate tropical storm at most, potentially. So I'm thinking low tropical storm will most likely be the best bet with this one. Now, the third disturbance in the Eastern Pacific, another area of disturbed weather is forecast to form south of the coast of Mexico in a couple of days. Development is expected to occur after that time, and the system could become a tropical depression by late this week as the disturbance moves west-northwestward parallel to the coast of Mexico. It has a 0% chance of forming within the next 2 days, 60% chance of forming within the next 5 days. It looks like this actual third disturbance won't really start to have its presence shown until Wednesday, maybe Thursday, and then it will really start to form going into this weekend. Let's see if we check out. Here we go. Here's a satellite type of thing. This is what the disturbance 1 looks like down here. So it has some decent convection with it. We'll just have to give it a few more days 2 to 3 more days to really make it seem like it actually is developing a good bit and it's actually forming into a tropical system. This one, the disturbance 2, disturbance 2 Actually looks a good bit better than disturbance 1 right now with the way it looks right now on satellite. Though, again, we'll have to give it as well another 2 to 3 days to really form a decent bit. So we're going to have to wait until... We're going to have to wait another 2 to 3 days to really see these systems form, and then after that point, we'll really start to see this third disturbance be shown, and we'll see how well this third disturbance will have forming. So let's look at what these systems, these specific systems, look like according to the models. So this is the GFS model, the 12Z. 12Z run is actually just coming in, but it's going far out enough that we can look at these systems. So as we go farther out in time, you can see here's disturbance 1 and disturbance 2. You will quickly see that disturbance 1 will definitely get its act together a lot better than disturbance 2, and it could actually get down and become a pretty strong storm, could become a strong tropical storm actually, according to the GFS model, heading towards Thursday, Friday. And then the second disturbance, again, as I was saying, could become maybe a weak tropical storm at most. And then for the third system, here's the third disturbance. It forms towards Friday into Saturday, starts to really form Friday into Saturday. And it actually does get its act together pretty decently, gets down to potentially a strong tropical storm, so moderate to strong tropical storm, and then it'll dissipate. And then as we head farther out in time a little bit, maybe there's this fourth potential system there forming within the same general area. Disturbance 3 is potentially going to form in within the next few days. So that's what the GFS is showing. I can't actually show you what the we'll show you what the velocity looks like for these systems. So as we head farther out in time, there's disturbance 1, has very nice vorticity. Disturbance 2 also does have decent vorticity, but won't really get as well defined and circulated as disturbance 1 will get. And then disturbance 3 also will have decent vorticity and will become a decently strong system, maybe maybe a weak to moderately strong tropical storm, and then there's that potential fourth system. We'll have to see how that goes, but right now the GFS does have it potentially forming into a pretty decently strong tropical storm. Let's look at the winds according to the GFS with these systems, and you can see it really has this system getting quite strong. I believe that has it getting up towards 52 to 58 knots. The second disturbance maybe getting up towards 46 to 52 knots, and then the third disturbance over here getting towards also 46 to 52 knots. And then we'll just have to wait a few days to really see what's going to happen with this fourth potential system. But yeah, these three systems are really the main focus. Again, so let's look at what the CMC is showing for the MSLP and precip first, and then we'll get into what it shows for the wind and vorticity for it. Sorry. Yeah, that was vorticity, by the way. I think I kept saying velocity for some reason. Sorry about that. So yeah, the CMC is showing for these two systems, definitely showing this first disturbance, like the GFS, getting a lot stronger than disturbance 2, but not as strong. So maybe a weak tropical storm actually. It's actually not really showing these two systems getting all that strong really at all. These two disturbances, first two disturbances. This one definitely may get to might get to a weak tropical storm. Same, and it's showing it disturbance 1 also getting only down to a weak tropical storm really. But then with the third disturbance, surprisingly, it is definitely on board with the GFS, showing it getting quite strong. Let's see, it shows it getting down to, let's see if I can move this in. Let's zoom in here. It gets down to 989 millibars, so decently strong. Oops, sorry about that. Decently strong storm, maybe getting to a weak Category 1 making landfall up here in the northern coast of Mexico. So that's something we have to watch. It's not really showing that fourth potential system like the GFS is showing, but that's fine. We're not really focusing on that really at all. Let's see what the CMC shows for the wind first. We'll do the wind first. Here we go. Oh man, it's all over the place. Yeah, really not showing too strong winds with the first two systems. Again, first disturbance maybe getting to around 34 knots, so maybe just a strong tropical depression, maybe very barely a weak tropical storm, and then second disturbance really not forming into anything at all. But with the third disturbance really showing it forming, just like the GFS, getting winds in excess of 64 knots. So again, potentially this third system could, according to the CMC, become a weak Category 1 hurricane. I'm thinking with the third system, especially, will become the strongest out of all three of them. So for me, with the third system, I'd say it will most likely strengthen into at the very least a moderate tropical storm, and at the very most a weak Category 1 hurricane. So this third disturbance definitely could form into a very decently strong system. So now let's look at what the Euro's showing. I gotta go to Pivotal Weather to show you guys. See models, and European. Let's go to. We'll go to. Oh, we can't. Oh, I can't. Oh, shoot. I can't show you with the Euro. Oh, actually, I could show the Euro, what it's showing with the wind and vorticity. Okay. All right, well, I'll just show you that then. That's all good. Okay. Here we go. There's that first system, not really showing it getting too strong either. That second system definitely not showing it getting that strong, but the third system is showing it getting decently strong as well, getting down as of right now to a weak to moderate tropical storm with winds of between 40 to 52 knots. So again, yeah, getting towards a moderate tropical storm there, what the Euro is showing. So definitely, again, the third system that the NHC is showing, the third disturbance, definitely will most likely become the strongest out of all three disturbances. Let's look at the vorticity for these systems, and you can see with the second disturbance really not showing good vorticity at all. The first disturbance showing decent vorticity, but only getting down towards like a weak tropical storm, just like the CMC was showing. But then with the third system, really showing a very decently strong system with vorticity knots of above 50 knots. So again, very well formed. So so again, the three Eastern Pacific systems that the NHC is showing, the first system could become a weak to moderate tropical storm at most. The second system could become maybe a very weak tropical storm or tropical depression at most. And then the third disturbance, as of right now, definitely looks to become the strongest out of all three, ranging potentially from being a moderate tropical storm to maybe even a weak Category 1 hurricane. So we'll definitely really have to watch this third system, but we'll keep you guys updated on all three of these systems throughout the week. That's it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, and even, honestly, please share these videos on your social medias if you want to. Yeah, just please, at the very least, please like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.